Siraj, you have doubt. You asked, I can't understand election commissions. So, what is your type? What is your doubt in particular? Election Commission is a constitutional body which conducts election, Lok Sabha election and Rajya Sabha election and the state assemblies. So ask me specifically your doubt. CEC. CEC is the Chief Election Commissioner. The Election Commission is now a multi-member body. So I explained the last class. It is a multi-membered body. Previously, only one member. Now, CEC, Chief Election Commissioner, assisted by two other election commissioners. Whenever there is a dispute or any decision to be taken, it will be taken by the team of these three people. Right? So I have prepared 10 questions only. I have prepared a mini test, mini class test, 10 questions based on the topics covered in the last class. Write down the answers. So as soon as you finish, then I'll tell you the answer and I'll discuss the answers also. Please do not type anything on the chat board. Each question carries 1 mark. There is no negative marking. So try to answer all 10 questions. Don't refer, do it on your own. Don't refer your previous class notes. Just answer from your memory. From your end, you yourself can zoom it. So being the first test, I showed you the PDF. Later from the next class onwards, it will be there in online, live test. So you can write the test online. You can mark the options online. Immediately know your rank and also score. If you think the text are too small, from your end, you can zoom it. Those who finished the test, just message finished it. Like Vishnuram finished it, Tanvi finished, Harshini Devi finished, Ashika completed, Annamalai completed, Aravind Vijaypuri. From the next session onwards, from the next online class onwards, the name should be your name, not your parents' name. Okay. So you yourself create a mail ID like that. Your name. The Google Meet must show your name, not your parents' name. So otherwise you cannot attend the session. Understand? So from next test onwards, it will be online. Purely later I'll discuss each questions in detail. So after discussion, honesty, tell each and everyone your score. Even if it is less also, no problem. But honestly tell your score. Every test must be attended without consulting anyone, even without consulting your notebook also. Okay, right. First question. The difference between the successor and the predecessor of 99,999. What is the answer? What is the answer for question number 1? One only I am discussing now. So the successor and the predecessor. The successor and predecessor of any natural number is the difference between successor and predecessor. For example, to take the number 9. What is the successor of 9? 10. What is the predecessor of 9? 8. The difference between 10 and 8 is always 2. Always 2. So the difference between successor and predecessor of 99,999, not only 99,999, for any natural number is always 2. And I already told you there is no predecessor for number 1. 1 does not have a predecessor because the predecessor of 1 is 0, but 0 is not a natural number. Answer for the question number 1 is option C. The product of a natural number and its successor is always the product of natural number and its successor. What is successor? Natural number, you take any number 15. What is its successor? 16. You take the next any number 18. What is its successor? 19. If I multiply any number n and n plus 1, the next successor is always n into n plus 1. So the product of any two numbers of the form n into n plus 1 always even, because if you are multiplying two numbers, if one number is even, the answer is always even. So therefore, a number and its successor, definitely one of the number is going to be even. So therefore, the answer is, it is always a even number. Therefore, answer for question number 2 is option A. Next, third question. Which of the following expressions is not 0? Which of the following expression is not 0? So Question number 3. Which of the following expression is not 0? 0 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. But I said in the last class, division of 0 is not allowed in maths. You are not supposed to divide anything by 0. 0 never occupies in the denominator. So this is not defined. This is undefined, indeterminate. So therefore the option for 3, answer for question number 3 is option C. Question number 4. What is the answer for question number 4? Many of them answered incorrectly. Please note that from this equation, you can take one equation, a minus a equal to 20. That means a minus a get cancelled. Therefore, minus a is equal to 20. Therefore, a is equal to minus 20. A is equal to minus 20. Next, similarly, from this second, you'll get b is equal to minus 25. From this, you'll get c equal to, please note that here this is plus, therefore c is equal to plus 60. C is equal to plus 60. So what is the value of a plus b minus c? A plus b minus c. So minus c means it becomes minus 60. Therefore minus 20, minus 25, minus 60. Therefore the answer is minus 105 is the answer. Only a few answered correctly this question. Anand, which standard you are studying? Danvi, which standard? Next, fifth question. What is the answer for fifth question? What is the, so it is a question is, what is the total number of, which total number is, what is the total number of Lok Sabha constituencies in India? So the answer is 543. The total number of Lok Sabha constituencies in India, for whole India, is 543. So answer for 5 is option D. The Rajya Sabha is otherwise known as, so what is the other name of Rajya Sabha? So other name of Rajya Sabha is what? Sixth question, Council of States. Council of States, not House of States. I have given deliberately the option to confuse you. What is House of People? House of People is called Lok Sabha. Council of States is called Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is otherwise known as Upper House. The total number of members in the Rajya Sabha is 238 plus 12. That is 250. Next. In Southern Hemisphere, seventh question. In Southern Hemisphere, the shortest night falls on. So Southern Hemisphere, please note that it is in Southern Hemisphere. We live in Northern Hemisphere. So in Southern Hemisphere, shortest night means in the Northern Hemisphere, it must be longest night. So for us, longest night means Northern Hemisphere, shortest night. For us, longest night falls on December 22. Therefore, the answer for this is December 22. For Southern Hemisphere, December 22, longest day. So longest day, therefore shortest night. So therefore the answer for 7 is option B. Next question. In VVPAT, I explained VVPAT. What is VVPAT? In VVPAT, what is this? T stands for Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trail. TRAIL. So the answer is option C. Option C. Next question. Which article is referring Election Commission in the Constitution of India? Which article is referring Election Commission? So Election Commission is represented by the article 324 and so. So answer for 9 is option B. Then last question. Which constitutional amendment decreases the voting age from 21 to 18? 21 to 18. This is 1989 61st amendment. 61st constitutional amendment. Count your marks. Type Meghana Asika 8, Meghana Sri 9. Your name and type your score. Everyone type your name, standard. Your name, your standard and the score. Surya 7 out of 10. Siddharth 7 out of 10. Harshini 8 out of 10. Tanvi 9 out of 10. Siraj 9 out of 10, and Aravind 5 out of 10. Even if your score is less also, don't worry. In the next text you will improve definitely. Magnashri 9 out of 10, 7. Ashika, Rakash, Raka Vishri 8 out of 10, Saranya 7 out of 10. Very good, very good. Prashant is attending today's only, I think. Didn't attend the previous session, so therefore less mark. No problem. Next text you can be a topper. Abhishek also attending the first session today. Not attended the previous session because why less score? That's why. Okay, no problem. So not attending the previous session, but still 4 out of 10. Very good score. So Aravindan also attending first class today. Okay, so this is today's test is based on last class. Every day you need to write a test. Online test as well as I will share you the PDF also. Don't worry. I'll share you the PDF even before the class starts. Also, you can write the test online. So those who scored less means especially less than 5. So attending the last session and still scored less than 5 means don't worry, you can improve. I always expected you to score either 9 or 10 in every test. Every test 10 questions will be. So I always expect you to score 9 or 10. Okay. Can you all do in the next test 9 or 10? Very good, very good, very good. And another thing is, here, how many of you did careless mistake? Silly mistake. What do you mean by careless mistake or silly mistake? Careless mistake is silly mistake is you know the answer for the question, but somehow you marked incorrectly. Understand? So this is very, very, very important. Many people commit this type of mistakes. This is called silly mistakes or careless mistakes. What do you mean by careless mistakes? You know the answer for the question. You know the answer for the question, but in a haste, you answer incorrectly. So how many questions you did like this? Please type. How many questions you did? Careless mistake. Careless mistake, right? You know the answer. Oh, Sarla, you did two questions. One mistake. Therefore, you can add this one. So please try to avoid careless mistakes. While attending the test, full 100% concentrate must be there. Read the questions once or twice. What is asked is very important. Sometimes they'll ask which of the following is not incorrect. Sometimes they'll ask you write them in the ascending order or descending order. In general knowledge questions, they'll ask write them in the chronological order of their formation. Abhishek, sir, first and second question I made. In first question, I know the what is successor and predecessor, but I marked by not reading properly. Okay, so you know the answer, you know what is successor, what is predecessor, but not able to understand properly. Correct? Okay, this is the first test. Don't worry about your less score. From next test onwards, try to score at least 8, 9, 10. That's all. 8, 9, 10 must be your score, not lesser than 8. Okay, right, great. Siraj, you are attending from which place? Chennai. Okay, now we'll see basics of equations. So equations is the basics for mathematics. Not only for mathematics, physics, for every subject, chemistry, everywhere. Everywhere equations is very, very important. Before equations, you are supposed to know what is variable and what is constant. What do you mean by variable? Can anyone tell me what is variable, what is constant? distinguish between variable and constant. So anything which varies or anything which takes any value is called variable. Usually all numbers are constant. The fixed value is called constant. For example, constants are numbers like 4, 5, pi, e. These are all constant. The value of pi is approximately 3.1415, etc. Value of pi is. The value of e is approximately 2.7. The value of e in mathematics, 2.7. Variable takes any number. For example, I went to a market and I bought 7 mangoes. That means how many mangoes? 7. Next day I went to another market and I bought some 4 apples. That means how many apples? 4. Yesterday I went to market and I bought some apples. So how many apples? I do not know. That is, you do not know. So how many apples? X apples, because you do not know the value of x. But x is going to be some number, but right now I do not know the value of x. X can take any value. It could be 1 apple or 2 apple, 7 apple, anything. See, normally variable is used to denote by the letter x or y or z or a or b or c by using any of the alphabets. But try to always use mnemonic. What do you mean by mnemonic? Mnemonic. Tell me any mnemonic abbreviations, Tell me any mnemonic abbreviations. Mnemonic. So what is the value of E in mathematics? Okay, very good. So the value of E is approximately. Why approximately? It is not 2.7, but approximately 2.7 because E is an irrational number. Similarly, pi is also irrational number. Pi is not equal to 22 by 7. For calculation purpose, we assume the value of pi is 22 by 7. So therefore, pi is approximately equal to 3.14159 and so on, etc. Fine, Saranya? Okay. So this is variable. For example, x plus y is equal to 7. Here x and y are called variables. What is the degree of the variable x? 1. The power is degree. What is the degree of the variable y? 1. So when the degree is 1, here also degree is 1. This is an equation. What type of equation? This is called monomial. What do you mean by monomial? Mono means 1. If the power is 2, this is called what? Binomial. Have you heard about binomial, monomial? Okay, right. So always use a mnemonic. I asked you the question, what is mnemonic? Tell me some mnemonic abbreviation. What do you mean by mnemonic? Mnemonic is used in memory. Mnemonic means using the first letter of the word. First letter of the word. For example, suppose if I was supposed to solve questions on father's and son's age. So instead of taking father's age variable as x, I take the father's variable as age as f, son as s. Always use, don't use x and y. Always use the mnemonic variable, which is the efficient way of doing the equation part. I asked you a question, what is the mnemonic abbreviation which is very famous in physics? I'll give you the clue, which corresponds to different types of colors. Which corresponds to different types of colors. Or which correspond to rainbow. Or scattering of light, Raman effect. Tell me, what is the mnemonic abbreviation which is very, very popular in physics? Very good. This is called VIBGR. This is using mnemonic. Why? Violet V. I means indigo. Easy to distinguish. B means blue. G green. Y yellow. O orange. R red, in the same order also. The 7 colors. The electromagnetic spectrum. This is very important. We'll see in the next session later. This is very important because they'll ask many questions on this. Which color? This is all visible colors. The frequency and the wavelength, those concepts. Okay. Now tell me, you frame an equation. Frame an equation. Now, everyone try to frame an equation. I went to market. I bought some mangoes and some apples. Totally 8 in number. What is the equation? See, I went to a market and bought some mangoes and some apples. Totally 8 in number. So what is an equation? Just now I said don't use x and y. Only inefficient people use x and y. You are all efficient people. I always told you to use, don't never ever use x. Only if single variable use x. Otherwise try to use every time. Wherever possible. Try to use mnemonic variable always. So therefore apple plus mango is equal to 8. This is an equation. An equation must contains what? The equality sign. This is an expression, this is another expression. The two expressions are related by means of a symbol equality signs. Don't say p plus q is equal to 8. A means apple. M means mango. Don't put alpha plus beta is equal to 8. That is too much. Why? Why alpha and beta is coming here? Okay. Next, listen carefully and try to frame any equations. Listen very carefully. Father's present age is 3 more than twice the son's age. Father's present age is 3 more than twice the son's age. Father's present age is 3 more than twice the son's age. Please frame an equation and type in chat box. Try to type correctly. Take your own time. Understand. Again, Harshini Devi is doing the same mistakes. Don't put x, y. Always use mnemonic formula like Siraj Ali put LBH formula. LBH for length means L, breadth means B, H means height. Father's present age is 3 more than twice the son's age. So let that son's age be S. Therefore, twice the son's age means 2S. 3 more means addition. So therefore, plus 3. This is equal to what? Father's present age. Therefore, this is the correct equations. So father's age is equal to F is equal to 2S. Ramesh written S squared. Please note that twice is 2S, not S squared. S squared is what? Square of S. Understand, Ramesh? S squared means square of S. Twice means 2S. Thrice means 3S. 4 times means 4S. S squared means it is a square. It is square. So S squared is different and twice is different. Understand? So you can do always the mistakes in my class. How do you learn mathematics? How do you learn mathematics? Only by doing what? Some mistakes. How do you learn cycling? How do you learn cycling? Twice means not 2 into 2. Twice means 2 into something. Understand? Not 2 into 2. Twice is not 2 into 2. 2 into 2 means 4. Twice means 2 into something. Why there is no bracket, sir? What is a bracket? Where bracket is necessary? Tell me where bracket is necessary. F is equal to 2S plus 3. Where is the need of a bracket? Whenever there is an ambiguity, Then use bracket. Don't use bracket unnecessary. Ashika, where bracket is necessary. Here bracket is not necessary. F is equal to 2 in bracket S. No need. Why you are supposed, why you put 2 into bracket S? This is also correct only, but not needed. When bracket is needed, now I'll explain. When bracket is needed, now I explain. Now you do. Okay. Next take this equation. Next frame an equation. Mother's present age is equal to, take down. Mother's present age is equal to, mother's present age is equal to 4 less than, mother's present age is equal to 4 less than twice the combined age of daughter and son. Mother's present age is 4 less than twice the combined age of son and daughter. Twice the combined age of son and daughter. Since one of you asked about this bracket, importance of bracket, therefore I gave these questions now instantly. Now try to frame an equation. Anomaly, do it correctly. You are correct, but not 100%. Why unnecessary symbol is there? Maybe by printing, maybe by typing mistake. Anomaly. Ramesh, Harjini, everyone did well. Vaishnavi, Yam. So here mother, therefore Yam. Twice, therefore 2 into. Here combined means always addition. So daughter plus son. Daughter plus son into 2, twice the combined age of daughter and son together. Here 4 less than, therefore it is not previously added, here deducted. So therefore this is the correct equations. Any doubt for anyone? Did you understand? Did you understand this? If anyone wants me to explain again also, I'll explain. But type, what is the advantage of this online sessions? So if I am attending any direct sessions, you may not ask doubt. But in the online sessions, you can ask doubt. I have been taking online classes for competitive examinations since 2010. I have been taking live classes for more than 13 years. Not from 2020 onwards, because you people know the online classes only from 2020 thanks to Corona. But I have been taking online live classes for my students. My students who have finished degree, entering into government services or civil service examination, IAS exam or other government examinations, officers cadre examinations, bank exams, or for IIT. So I've been taking online classes from 2010. I discarded my board in 2010 because I use always a pen tablet only, like this only. I'm writing this pen tablet like this only from 2010 onwards. Okay. Saranya is asking a question. Sir, why do we add 4 in the last of the equation, sir? Why adding 4? What do you mean? What is given in the problem? It is 4 less than. 4 less than means what? Minus 4. 4, 2 more means what? More means plus. More means plus. Less means minus. Next, puzzle. This again comes under basic of maths. You are supposed to know these things. For example, assume that all are square. Assume that all are square. Totally, how many squares are visible? Tell me. Count and tell me. Totally, how many squares are visible? Totally, how many squares? Please note that if this is a square, if 4 also another square. Totally, how many squares? Some say 9, some say 10. It is not 10, it is more than 10. How many squares visible? Please note that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means Assume that this is 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter side. Then how many squares with side as 1 centimeter? 9. How many squares with side as 2 centimeter? 2 centimeters means 1, 2. This one is 4. How many squares with side as 3 centimeter? This is 1. So therefore, the total number of squares is 14. The total number of squares visible is 14. Now can anyone tell me what is the number of squares visible on a chessboard? Is it 64 or more than 64? 64 or more than 64? If you say still 64, you are wrong. It is not 64. I'll give you the shortcut. The mathematical shortcut to find this is a 3 by 3 grid pattern. That means 3 rows and 3 columns. Where a chessboard is what? 8 rows and 8 columns. So for 3 by 3, 3 row and 3 columns, the number of squares is always equal to 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared. 1 plus 4 plus 9, therefore 14. Therefore, the total number of squares visible on a chessboard is nothing but 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus up to 8 squared you are supposed to add. So this is the answer. But we have a formula. Please note down this formula. Very, very important. The formula for sum of the squares of n natural number is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So this is the formula. Very, very, very important formula. Note down this formula. So what is this formula? This formula is nothing but whenever you need to add the sum of the squares of natural numbers, 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus dot 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 plus n squared. This is nothing but n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So note down this formula. This is very, very important. Ramesh calculated faster. Yes, the number of squares visible on a chessboard is answer is 204. In this formula, put the value of n as 8. Put the value of n as 8. I'll give you 3 formulas. This is very important. I gave you 1 formula already. This is very, very important formula in maths. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus n, which is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Next formula I gave you already. Sum of n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of the squares of n natural number. Sum of the squares of a natural number is equal to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. These 3 formulas are very important formulas in maths. Similarly, what is the sum of the cubes of a natural numbers? 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus dot 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 plus n cube is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. N into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Very, 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 very important formula in maths. So the 3 important formula. The first formula is sum of n natural numbers, n into n plus 1 by 2. The second formula is sum of the squares of n natural numbers, 1 square plus 2 square, 3 square up to n square, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. The third formula is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube up to dot dot up to n cube, which is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. So any doubt, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. We'll continue this session tomorrow, the social science part and science part. I will continue this part also, this because now we have just found the number of squares. Similarly, how to find the number of rectangles and done. So to find the number of squares, which formula we have to use? We have to use this formula. 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay. Yeah, some of you are asking what is my name and the age and all. I'll explain about, I'll tell you about me also in the next session. So we'll meet tomorrow 7 p.m. Please insist your parents to vote tomorrow, especially if you are there from Tamil Nadu means. So tomorrow is a voting day. உங்க parents vote போட்டுருவாங்க. போடலைன்னா நீங்க insist பண்ணுங்க. Ask them to vote tomorrow. Tomorrow is April 19th. Tamil Nadu goes for a poll of Lok Sabha to select 39 MPs from Tamil Nadu and 1 MP from Pondicherry, Puducherry. Is there any value 1 plus 2 plus 3 undefined, sir? What do you mean by undefined? What is your questions? Sir, in yesterday class, who are the nominates for the Rajya Sabha? So Rajya Sabha, who can be nominated to the Rajya Sabha? I said the persons who excelled in arts, science, sports, business, etc. It is the prerequisite of the central government to nominate any of them. Any other questions in today's class, or any other different type, any other questions also you can also ask me. If you want any other questions also, you can always WhatsApp to this number, this 98403 98093. Kindly save this number in your mobile, or your parents' mobile, 98403 98093, and you yourself create one Gmail ID, preferably Gmail, only Gmail ID in your name. Later I'll add all your Gmail ID, so that you no need to worry about it. All the notifications will come to your mail, so you no need to depend on any WhatsApp number and other things. Leap year, okay, leap year concept also I'll explain tomorrow, because today no time. I have other classes also already planned for 8 to 9, because of the test took more time. Okay, so tomorrow we'll meet at the same time, 7 o'clock. Thank you. Good night. Utilize the studies. I'll also in another session I also explains the codings also in one of the classes later, codings and algorithm, because now the world of full information technology and artificial intelligence only, coding is very, very important. So coding means the basic programming, that also I'll explain. So for programming, to write a program, to excel in the field of science and technology, to excel in the field of, especially in the information technology, the fundamental is what, the basic mathematics and reasoning, logical reasoning. If you are good in aptitude and logical reasoning, then coding is nothing. You are supposed to use your brain, that's all. For social science, for Tamil language, other things, to read, even for science, most of the biology, you need just memory. For mathematics, you need to use your IQ, intelligent quotient. Okay, thank you. Good night.